Assalamualaikum and good day, students. Today's topic we will learn about the leadership. Universalist theories of leadership look for the major characteristic that common to all effective leaders. So the first is the great man or woman theory. This is maintained that great leaders are born and not made. So the second one is trait theory. This is attempts to discover the trait shared by all effective leaders. And the third one is traits. So these enduring attributes that associated with an individual personality or makeup. For universalist theories of leadership, there are some research that indicate that extraversion, consistentiousness, openness to experience, and agreeableness and emotional stability in combination are associated with effective leadership. So this is based on Bono and Judge in 2004. And also they are based on Reggio in 1986. The position of flexibility, charisma, and also the social intelligence are very important for the leadership. Okay, so the major problem with the original trait approach is that it was too general. So this is some of the research that have been done for in terms of the universalist theories of leadership. So the first one, we have known about the universalist theories of leadership. The second one, theory of leadership, is behavioral theories of leadership. So this is derived from Ohio State and University of Michigan studies. So this studies is focused on the behavior that common to effective leaders. So based on the Ohio State leadership studies, there are identified two important leader behavior. The first one is initiating structure. So meanings that in initiating structure, they should define, organize, and also structure the workstation. Yeah? So this is including in initiating structure. And the second one is consideration. Meanings in this consideration, they have to show their concern for feelings and needs of their followers. Meanwhile, for the University of Michigan leadership studies, they are also identified there are two important leader behavior. The first one, in task-oriented behavior. So in this behavior, the leader have to focus on the work task only. And the second one is in relationship oriented behavior. In this kind of behavior, the leader should focus on maintaining interpersonal relationship on the job. So these both types of behavior have been linked to effective leadership. So for behavior theories of leadership, there are two based on the Ohio State University and also the University of Michigan. Michigan. Yeah. So both of these universities have identified two important leaders of behavior. Okay, and the third theories of leadership is contingency theories of leadership. So this is based on the Fiedler's contingency model. This is maintained that effective leadership depends on a match between the leader's style and also the degree to which the work situation give control and influence to the leader. Okay, so according to this Fiedler, the leaders may be primarily task-oriented or primarily relationship-oriented. And to assess the leader task or relationship orientation, the leaders need to use the least preferred co-worker, or we know this as the LPC scale. Yeah, this is to rate their most difficult follower, which is that the person who give their least preferred co-workers a very harsh rating. So this is meaning low LPC score. They are task-oriented leaders. And the second one, person who rate their least preferred co-workers somewhat leniently. So this is meaning higher LPC score. This is considered to be relationship oriented. So meaning with the low LPC score, this is considered as task oriented leaders. Yeah. And with the higher LPC score, meaning this is considered to be relationship oriented. This is example how we can measure the least preferred co-workers. So as we can see here, there are, wait a minute, yeah. So here we can see that there are 8 scale, yeah? 8 scale to measure the least preferred co-workers. Okay, so here they are from very neat to a very untidy, yeah, or not neat, yeah. So here, and also the LPC, pleasant to unpleasant, yeah, friendly to unfriendly. So there are scale here. It's scale to measure the least preferred co-workers based on the Fiedler, yeah? A theory of leadership effectiveness. So this is based on the book of the McGraw-Hill, yeah. This is example, the tools or instrument that can measure the least preferred co-workers. So according to the Fiedler, task-oriented leader successful in very unvariable situation. Meanings here is where the leader-member relation are poor and the task is unstructured and the leader has weak position power because of their take charge style. Yeah? And this task-oriented leader also effective in very favorable situation because they encourage the high productivity. Meanwhile, for relationship-oriented leader, this is most effective when their situational control and influence are neither very high nor low. So this is the Fiedler contingency model prediction. As we know, in Fiedler contingency model, there are identified two important leader behavior. The first one is this one, task-oriented leader. The second one is relationship-oriented leader. So from here, we can see the differences between the task-oriented, okay, that represent by this line here, the fixed line here, and then the relationship-oriented leader represent by this, okay, this line, yeah. Okay, so here we can see the differences between the situation and also the performance here. Okay, for the leader member relation, sorry, which is the good and poor. How is the condition when the leader member relation is good? So here the task structure, if the task structure is structured and also the position is strong, so the leader member relation is good. Okay, if we can see here, if the favorable situation, okay, in the relationship oriented leader, so the performance, the group performance is poor. But when the situation in moderate situation, the relationship oriented leader, the performance is good. Okay, and then if the situation is unfavorable, so for relationship oriented leader behavior, the performance is poor. So this is contradictory with the task oriented leader. When the situation is favorable, so the task oriented leader uh, will give the good performance, the good group performance. uh, but when the situation is moderate here, so the performance will be poor. Okay, so here is and then the last one, when the situation is unfavorable, so the task oriented leader will also give the good performance. So as we can see here, in relationship oriented leader, they will give effect on the good performance if the situation is in moderate situation only. Okay, but in the task oriented leader, okay, the good performance will be the group performance will be good in two kind of situation: in the favorable situation and also in unfavorable situation. Okay, so from this graph you can see the differences between the task oriented leader and also the relationship oriented leader. And also for the structure and position power, yeah? We can see here that if the one of this variable, task structure or position, is one of this is positive, so it will give the relation, it will give the good relation between leader and also the member. As we can see here, the task structure is structured and the position power is strong, so yes, it will affect to the good relation between the leader and also the member. We can see also here the second one, if the task is structured but the position of the power is weak, it still can give a good relation between the leader and members. So when this leader member relationship leader member relation become poor, when the task structure is structured and also the position is weak. Okay, this is also become poor. Okay, the leader and also the member, right? So this is the Fiedler contingency model prediction. The second theory for the contingency theories of leadership is the path goal theory. So this theory states that a leader's job is to help the work group achieve their desired goal. So there are four categories of behavior in this path goal theory. The first one is directive behavior. So here provide the instruction and also the suggestion for job performance. Meanwhile, the second one is the achievement oriented behavior. So this is concentrates on particular work outcomes. And the third one is supportive behavior. This is shows the concern for the workers' well-being. And the last one is the participative behavior. This behavior is encourage a member to assume active roles in planning and decision making. Next is the decision making model. So in this decision making model is a theory that match the characteristic of the situation with a leader decision making strategies. This theory provide different decision making strategies. Okay, so the theory predicts a proper leader behavior in making decision and give prescription for the decision maker to follow. Based on Virum and Yetton in 1973, this has published in the University of Pittsburgh Press. There are 5 decision-making strategies, the model. So the first one is autocratic decision 1. In this autocratic decision 1, the leader makes the decision alone, just using the information that available only to the leader. Okay, so this is autocratic decision 1. Meanwhile, for the second one is autocratic decision 2. For this type of decision-making strategy, the leader obtains information from subordinates and then makes the decision alone. The third one is consultative decision 1. In here, the leader share the problem with relevant subordinates and get their ideas and input individually, but makes the decision alone. So from autocratic decision 1, autocratic decision 2, consultative decision 1, and also consultative decision 2, the leader have make the decision alone. Okay, like the consultative decision 2, also the leader share the problem with subordinate as a group, gets their collective input. But still, for the consultative decision 2, the leader will make the decision alone. Yeah, but different with the group decision. Okay, so the fifth decision making strategy process is group decision. In this group decision, the leader share the problem with the subordinate as a group, and together they will make a consensus decision. Okay, so from 5 decision making strategies, for the 4 strategies, the leader will decide alone. But the last one, in the group decision, the leader and the group will make a consensus decision. This figure shows us decision tree flow chart, how we can decide to choose a decision making strategy. Previously, we have learned that there are 5 decision making strategy. Okay, and then from this 7 question, from the problem, the first one, is a high quality decision required, yes or no, until the 7th question. So we can get the answer. We should use decision making strategy 5, or maybe 1 until 5 can use. You just choose 1 until 5 decision making strategy, and this one is 1 until 4, this one 5, this one 4, and so on until the last one. Here 4. Decision making 4. So here is the tree flowchart, a decision tree flowchart. The third model in contingency theories of leadership is the leader-member exchange model. So this model asserts that effective leadership is determined by the quality of the interaction between leaders and also the particular group member. So in this model, leader-member exchange can range from low quality to high quality. So with the high quality leader-member exchange, there is frequent positive communication between leader and member. After we know the contingency theories leadership, so next is charismatic and transformational leadership theories. So in this theory, it states that the leader possesses some exceptional characteristic that cause followers to be loyal and inspired. So the charismatic leader can communicate, share group goals, and convey the confidence in their own abilities and also those of the followers. And the charismatic leader most effective when goals are unclear and situational conditions are unstable. So based on some researcher like Riggio in 1987, suggests that charismatic leaders possess exceptionally high quality social skill and an ability to inspire the followers at a deep emotional level. The transformational leadership actually focuses on the leader's ability to provide the shared value and a vision for the future of the work group. So there are actually four components for this transformational leadership. The first one, idealist influence. So in here, the transformational leader is a positive role model, and then the inspirational motivation. This leader inspired the follower by providing a compelling vision of a positive future. The third one is intellectual stimulation. So the followers' curiosity and creativity are stimulated and challenged. And the fourth one is individualized consideration. In here, the leader pays personal attention to each member's needs and also concerns. So this table shows us the summary of leadership theories. So actually there are 4 theories for the leadership, and for each theory also there are some model. The first one is Universalist theories. In this Universalist theories, there are two theory or model, which is the great man or woman theory and also the trait theory. Okay, we have discussed and we have learned the element and components in this theory, and also how is the application. And then the second one is behavioral theories. In behavioral theories also have 2 theory or model. The first one is Ohio State Studies and University of Michigan Studies, and then contingency theories. So in this contingency theories, there are 4 theory or model. We have learned also this one. You can see here in the table the differences between all the theory and also how is the application. And the last one, the 4th theories, is the charismatic and transformational theories, which is they are divided into 2 also theory or model, which is the charismatic leadership and transformational leadership. How the application of leadership theories. So actually the application of leadership theories can use or do by the leadership training, which this leadership training can follow 2 general approach. The first one, teaching leaders diagnostic skills for assessing a situation to determine the types of leader behavior that work best. The second one is teaching leaders specific skills or behaviors that they lack, and a combination of this approach is likely to be most effective. Research in redesigning job indicate that leaders may be unnecessary in certain instances, leading to a search for substitute for leadership. Like this one can apply to job arrangement group, and then a group where all members have equal status and high skill or abilities, and work tasks that are well structured and intrinsically satisfying to workers, and maybe also the shared leadership. So here the shared leadership means where leadership is shared among the group members rather than being centralized in one person. So that's all for the topic about leadership. We have learned all the theory about leadership, and there are 4 actually, 4 theories for leadership, and also we have learned also the application of these leadership theories. Okay, that's all for this topic. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.